Biosphere. Ill effects of environmental pollution. Environmental pollution is known as breakdown of ecological balance due to discharge of pollutants which cause deleterious effects on natural environment. There are many ill effects of environmental pollution. There are two types, such as direct effects and indirect effects. Direct effects of environmental pollution are acid rain, global warming, ozone layer depletion, photochemical smoke, biomagnification, eutrophication, and increasing of radiation level. Indirect effects of environmental pollution are loss of habitats of organisms, desertification, reduction of plant yield, construction and degradation of natural environment, health issues, reduction of biodiversity, introduction of invasive species, and economical losses. Under direct effects of environmental pollution, acid rain is one of them. Water mixing with sulfuric and nitric acids to form rain is called as acid rain. It is caused by industrial wastes of sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. These gases released into the atmosphere carried upwards by the wind. They combine with water droplets to form acids. Sulfur dioxide dissolve in water to form sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid further oxidizes to form sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is also formed by dissolving sulfur trioxide in water. Nitrogen dioxide dissolves in water to form nitric acid. So form sulfuric and nitric acids dissolve in rainwater to form acid rain. pH value of natural rainwater is 5.6, but the pH value of acid rain is lesser than 5.6. So, it is more acidic than normal rainwater. So, there are some ill effects of acid rain. Destruction of aquatic organisms, destruction of forests and crops, affect the absorption of minerals by plants. Some poisonous heavy metals become soluble and concentration of them increase in reservoirs. dissolving of limestone and other rocks, destruction of metallic buildings, statues, and other ruins. Global warming is another direct effect of environmental pollution. It is increasing temperature of the atmosphere due to greenhouse effect. According to the graph, it is clear that from the year 1850 to the year 2000, environmental temperature has gradually increased. What is a greenhouse? Greenhouses are used in temperate countries to increase the yield by increasing temperature. The gases inside the greenhouse trap heat radiation and the temperature in the greenhouse gets increased. So, the growth of plants get increased and the plant yield also get increased. Same phenomena occurs in the atmosphere. So, it is called as the greenhouse effect. The main greenhouse gases emitted by human activities are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbon. However, chlorofluorocarbon has higher effect to trap more heat radiation and to increase the temperature. These are the main greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide emitted by excessive combustion of fuel, methane emitted by anaerobic decomposition of dead plants and animals, oxides of nitrogen emitted by lightning combustion inside the engines of vehicles, chlorofluorocarbon emitted by refrigerators and air conditioners, sulfur dioxide emitted by combustion of coal, petroleum, vulcanized rubber products, eruption of volcanoes, and bacterial activity. Water vapor is another greenhouse gas. Now let's see how does greenhouse effect work. Solar energy from the sun passes through the atmosphere. Some energy is reflected back out to space. Earth's surface is heated by the sun and radiates the heat back out towards the space. Greenhouse gases inside the atmosphere trap some of the heat. Therefore, the environmental temperature gets increases. So, the greenhouse effect is the process by which absorption and emission of infrared radiation by gases in the atmosphere warm a planet's lower temperature and surface. There are some ill effects of global warming. Melting of polar ice caps or glaciers, raising of sea level and submerging of small islands, and change of global climatic pattern. These are some global warming consequences destabilizing our climates and lives. For example, conflict and war, tsunamis, drought, desertification, flooding, and disease and pandemic. These are the 10 indicators of a warming world. Temperature over land increases, ocean heat content increases, sea ice decreases, sea surface temperature increases, temperature over oceans increases, humidity increases, air temperature near surface or troposphere increases, glaciers decreases, snow cover decreases, and sea level increases. Ozone layer depletion is another direct effect of environmental pollution. Ozone is a trimetric molecule of oxygen. Ozone molecule is formed by combination of 3 oxygen atoms. Ozone layer is a thin layer found at 25 kilometers away from the Earth's surface. It acts as a protective shield to prevent the entry of harmful ultraviolet to the Earth. At higher atmosphere, oxygen absorbs ultraviolet radiation and forms atomic oxygen. This atomic oxygen is highly reactive. They react with oxygen to form ozone. This ozone is converted back to oxygen and natural equilibrium is maintained. Chlorofluorocarbon and nitric oxide destroy ozone layer by detaching oxygen and holes appear in it. There are some effects of ozone layer depletion. Cause cataract, cause mutations and skin cancers, reduce body immunity, affect photosynthesis and reduce crop yield. Photochemical smoke is another direct effect. It is the yellow-colored mist formed by combination of smoke and fog, which cause eye irritation and vision impairment. It is formed due to oxides of nitrogen and unburnt hydrocarbons. Ill effects of photochemical smoke are respiratory tract disorders, cough, wheezing, toxic plants and lower the growth and food production. Vision is affected due to turbidity, and quality of rubber and clothes reduces due to bleaching. Biomagnification is another direct effect. It is the collection of toxic chemical pollutants along with food chains from one trophic level to the other. Examples for toxic chemical pollutants are heavy metals such as mercury and copper, persistent organic pollutants such as DDT and PCB. In the diagram, it is clear that concentration of toxic chemical pollutants increases in higher trophic levels. There are features of bioaccumulated substances. Do not degrade easily and retain for a longer period. Can pass from one organism to the other and concentrated along higher trophic levels. Soluble in lipids and become active as biochemicals. Eutrophication is another direct effect. In the modern world, with excessive usage of agrochemicals, by adding waste materials of industries, fecal matter and detergents, nitrate and phosphate ions are added to the soil and water bodies. So, nitrate and phosphate ions in water bodies get increased. Therefore, algae start to grow excessively. Because of the higher population of algae, the water bodies are appeared as green. So, it is called as eutrophication. Gases such as hydrogen sulfide, methane, and ammonia are emitted, resulting in unpleasant odor by acting anaerobic bacteria on dead matter of overpopulated algae. So, there are some ill effects of eutrophication. Loss of transparency of water, unable to utilize water, reduction of biodiversity due to death of aquatic plants and animals, loss of beauty of reservoirs. Increase of radiation level is also an direct effect of environmental pollution. Exposure of radiation increases day by day due to release of them by natural sources and human activities. The reasons are destruction of ozone layer, accidents in nuclear power stations. For examples, Fukushima Power Station in Japan and Chernobyl Power Station in Russia. There are some indirect effects of environmental pollution. Loss of habitats of organisms is one of them. Habitat is the natural environment where a plant or animal lives. Their habitats are lost due to environmental pollution. It is badly affected to human lives. For example, wild elephants destroy villages and agricultural lands due to the loss of their habitat. Desertification is another indirect effect. Change of ground condition making unsuitable for plant growth is known as desertification. The reasons are deforestation, greenhouse effect, salination, and natural causes such as weather changes. For example, irregular monsoonal rains causing drought is a result of this. Reduction of plant yield is also an indirect effect. With water, land, and air pollution, the conditions required for photosynthesis are not present in optimum levels and the productivity of plants get decreased. So, the yield is reduced. Land become unfertile due to their constant use of agriculture. Constructions and degradation of natural environment is also another indirect effect. Metal statues, buildings, ruins, and marble buildings are eroded by acid rains. Walls and paintings of Taj Mahal is at a risk of deterioration due to increase of temperature. Health issues is another indirect effect. Infectious and non-infectious diseases are spreaded rapidly due to environmental pollution. Diseases like dengue spread due to improper disposal of garbage. Reduction of biodiversity is another indirect effect. Biodiversity is the number of species in a unit area of biosphere. Due to environmental pollution, biodiversity gets decreased. For example, food plants in landscaping grow well in some areas. Fat fish released to normal water bodies become a threat to the other organisms. Introduction of invasive species is also an indirect effect. Invasive species invade the habitats of native species. For example, giant mimosa, andara, lantana, and trout. These are some another invasive species found in Sri Lanka. Economical losses is another indirect effect. An extra amount of financial input and effort is needed to revise the environment and to maintain it. So, it is clear that there are a large number of direct and indirect effects of environmental pollution. Their consequences are harmful not only to the biosphere but also for the whole planet. So, we should protect the environment by minimizing environmental pollution to prevent these ill effects. Now let's see to what extent you took the information on effects of environmental pollution. Main greenhouse gases emitted by human activities are carbon dioxide, methane, oxides of nitrogen and CFC. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane and water vapor. Carbon dioxide, water vapor, oxides of nitrogen and CFC. Sulfur dioxide, methane, oxides of nitrogen and CFC. The answer is 1. Carbon dioxide is the main greenhouse gas emitted by human activities. Then, methane, oxides of nitrogen, and chlorofluorocarbon. However, sulfur dioxide and water vapor also are greenhouse gases. Which of the following gas affect more for the depletion of ozone layer. Carbon dioxide, CFC, methane, sulfur dioxide. The answer is 2. Chlorofluorocarbon. Which of the following gas does not effect for depletion of ozone layer? Oxygen, CFC, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen oxide. The answer is 3. Carbon dioxide. The gases emitted by industries that cause acid rain are carbon dioxide, methane and CFC, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide. The answer is 3. Nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Which of the following not belongs to the direct effects of environmental pollution? Photochemical smoke, biomagnification, increasing of radiation level, health issues. The answer is 4. Health issues. It is an indirect effect. All the others are direct effects. What is meant by biomagnification? Collection of toxic chemical pollutants along with food chains from one trophic level to the other. What is the function of the ozone layer? It acts as a protective shield to prevent the entry of harmful ultraviolet rays emitted by the sun to the earth. During the past century, the sea level has risen by about 10 to 20 centimeters. Which effect of environmental pollution was directly responsible for this? Global warming. State 2 ions that cause eutrophication. Nitrate and phosphate. Write 3 effects of global warming. melting of polar ice caps, raising of sea level and submerging of small islands, and change of global climatic pattern.